as much as they pressed home, and I've seen the tweets in the subsequent days about all of the Hall of Famers that Michael Jordan beat to win his 6 titles, the thing that stood out to me in watching this over again was the lack of talent behind those Hall of Famers. And I don't mean to diminish any of these teams, and I don't mean to take shots, but like the team that, if you were a defender of LeBron James, to me, what you should have taken out of this was, yeah, he beat Charles Barkley, but like Dan Marley or Kevin Johnson was their second best player. Like, look at the teams LeBron has had to go.
They were
up
not
against
super
in
teams
the
back
finals.
then. The 90s did not have super teams.
No, but even the super, forget about the super teams. Think about the first championship LeBron lost. He lost to the San Antonio Spurs, right? Like, and I get that the Mavericks are always going to be a bad mark on the LeBron resume, so whatever. But losing to the Spurs again as a member of the Heat, and then to lose against the Warriors, I mean, Michael Jordan was the Warriors, right? He never had to go up against those type of teams. So for me, yes, he had to go against Karl Malone and John Stockton and Gary Payton, and had to go against Charles Barkley and Clyde Drexler. But come on. I mean, those teams in today's era would have gotten swept in the finals by almost any one of the champions that have won titles over the last decade.
It's a great point. It's as though the great teams now are greater than ever before because so much talent has accumulated in those top teams. And back then, I mean, they made a big deal out of the Indiana Pacers in 1998, taking them to 7 games. And people said, boy, that's a great team. They had one Hall of Famer on there, Reggie Miller.
Right.
One.
Right.
I mean, everybody, it's a good team. The Davis boys were really good. And Chris Mullin, Chris Mullin's a Hall of Famer, but by that point in his career, he's basically
Mark
a
Jackson's
bench.
old.
Yeah. And Rick Smits. And it's a good team, but it's not a great – they never won an NBA championship. They went to one NBA Finals, and that was the greatest push that the Bulls ever got was from a team that never won an NBA championship. I think you're right. I think LeBron's win over a 73-victory Warriors team is a greater championship than any of the 6 that Michael won.